Everyone give it up for Louis Lemus, everybody. I can't afford Spotify Premium. It hurts so much. Shofu did so great. That was awesome. When the girl started screaming, I started panicking so much. And then when he started dancing, I just had a panic attack. I can't dance. I like urban legends a lot, you guys. They're awesome. Urban legends were like a really big part of like grade school and like middle school and high school. Like, I feel like everyone in this room experienced an urban legend when they were going to school. Like everyone here in their middle school, a kid died there in the 70s, and now his ghost comes back every day on rainy days. I went to a high school where they had a really great urban legend that was actually very plausible. There was this old building called Panther Hall in my high school, and in the middle of it was this huge staircase, and it was like sealed off by a bunch of doors. So it was like its own building within the building. And I realized that like no one at my school would ever do anything bad in there, like even though you clearly could get away with anything. And I finally asked one of the older cholos at my school, and I was like, hey man, why does no one ever mess around in that staircase? And then he looked at me like I was stupid, and he's like, you don't know? They have security cameras in there. And it didn't hit me, and I was like, really? It doesn't look like they have security cameras in there. Then he started going like this. He's like, it's because they're hidden. And I kind of just went with it. I was like, all right, that's cool. And then it finally hit me. This realization came over me, and I never told anyone else in my school, but we couldn't afford air conditioning at my high school. How are we gonna afford security cameras in our building? My high school would send out pamphlets in the winter to tell parents to send their kids with sweaters, or else we'd all freeze to death. We weren't gonna be able to afford a proper security system. Like, despite knowing about the cameras in there, like they're not real, I still never messed around in that staircase. Like, I never smoked or I never fought in that staircase. But one time a janitor did catch me crying in the staircase, which is as bad as it sounds. The best part about it was that he walked in, he saw me crying, and he looked so scared. He like took a step back, and he consoled me, which made it worse. I just thought the funniest part about that was that he probably went home at night and he was still shook, and his like wife consoled him, and she's like, what's wrong? And he's like, I've cleaned up feces at that school, I've cleaned up human blood at that school, but I never expected to clean up tears. And then, then he started going to night school, and he turned his life around, and now he's the principal of that high school. I'm bad with girls. Yeah, I'm revealing it. Big reveal. I recently had an interaction that sort of solidified my relationship with girls. What had happened was there was this very pretty girl next to me in my math class, and I had just been working all these math problems the entire time, and I was kind of zoned out. And I took a second to breathe, and I pushed myself away from the desk. And I kind of just took in my surroundings, and then I saw this thing in between us on the floor, and it was this really cool looking backpack. And I remember like these two thoughts went through my head. I was like, you can talk to this girl and tell her how cool that backpack is. And I look at the backpack, and I say out loud, really dumb, I'm like, hey, that backpack's so cool. That's awesome. And then she looked at me and she was like, what are you talking about? And then I realized that it was my backpack that I was talking about. So in this girl's head, this random guy next to her just started hyping up his own backpack. He's like, yo, check this out. My main goal in life is to get a quirky girl to settle for me. Like, I just wanted to realize that like I'm an okay option. I'm not gonna knock it out of the ballpark, but I'll put in the work. If I had to compare myself as being a boyfriend to anything, I feel like the perfect example would be the Los Angeles Clippers. I'd be the Los Angeles Clippers of boyfriend. Like, I'm not out here trying to win titles, but I'm gonna try my hardest every single night. Go Lakers. I can't believe I got an applause break. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, I'd like to compare myself to the Clippers, but in honesty, I'd probably be the Charlotte Bobcats and boyfriends. For the people in here who aren't NBA fans, the Charlotte Bobcats aren't even a team anymore. Thank you guys, my name is Lemus.